Yes, my good people, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Guys, mambo yamechemka tena. Raila Odinga anaona kivumbi. Raila Odinga kitu ya kwanza, amerealize Fred Matiangi anasukumwa ama pia anakuja na full forces ili kuweza kusimama kiti ya presidency in 2027. So kitu Raila Amolo Odinga amefanya ni kwamba amekimbia pale Kisii kuanza kuzungumza na wagusi, and I don't know if Matiangi will accept story ya Raila Amolo Odinga. Juu Raila Odinga anapita kando kando. Unajua Wakenya wameshindwa kuelewa Raila Amolo Odinga. Raila Odinga anatapakana mambo, na ndio maana unaona huyu Peter Salasi anajaribu kumblast completely without any fear. Sikiza mambo
ya chakula cafeteria and removed me from that. That one shows that what Raila is telling the people, that is consulting, that man is a selfish man. I'm telling you, he's a selfish man. Kenyans should tell Raila, fuck off. Because that man has already sealed the deal with Ruto. They have already sealed the deal. Now he's moving around trying to... We want to tell Raila that your days where you used to create tension and people used to guess your political moves and say that what is Raila planning? There's no plan. We know you. I remember before we started that meeting, we started that meeting called Mandamano ya Sufuria. We called us, the members of parliament of Western, and we said we do in Karen, tukaanza kuongea, and we asked you very clear, what do you want us, what is the end game before we start this Mandamano? And that is where we went to Migori, we went to Busia, and I went to Mombasa, I went to Kilifi, I went to Narok, Kajiado, Nairobi. Here we were there. We were being tear gassed, and he told us that he was very clear that he wants talks with Ruto. That is what he always want. Raila will never have any interest with Kenyans at all. So if it is there, and that is why, if he's saying that, why are we being removed from these committees? Number one, it's showing that the parliament is not independent. That is being colonized, is being operated from a certain point. We want to tell them that they have removed people like us from those committees. Wakuje tumewachia committee. Kwani mtatufanya aje? And it will not stop me from delivering. With the CDF, we can still develop the constituency. We can still develop the constituency. And I want to tell those members of parliament that they think that by removing us from those committees, they will defeat me in terms of development. It will not happen, because I'm a good planner. With the citizen, with the CDF that is there, and with the good management and supervision, we will still to be among the top performers in this country. And we must have a constitutional reforms whereby the independence, we must bring back the independence. The political parties should not have of this called the ODM. It's frustrating. The maybe have been removed. They have brought their people. Alafu wanasema ati broad-based mafia.
Unaona watu wangu, and very early today utakuja kuona kwamba Raila Odinga amekuwa pale Gusii na amekuwa akiongea na viongozi pale, na usahau ya kwamba huku pia Maraga anajaribu kuterify news kwamba mambo ambayo yako hapa nchini Kenya ni mambo ya corruption, na usahau ya kwamba kwa parliament pia mambo yamechemka, wanaongelea mambo ya corruption, na huyu Junet anajaribu kublast auditor ama budget controller wa serikali baada ya kuexpose nini serikali. Unaona? So hao majamaa, it's like Raila Odinga ako pamoja na William Ruto anacheza chini ya maji. Ndio nilikwambia kwamba huyu Junet ni mouthpiece ya Raila Amolo Odinga. So it's like Junet Mohamed amejam because serikali ishakuwa exposed. I want you to confirm yourself, guys. But before we listen, guys, ensure kama kawaida, have been telling you that hii channel imekuwa ikisupportiwa na wewe na imekuwa ikishikiliwa na wewe. Sina budi ila nikusema thanks so extensive kuendelea kusupport hii channel. Na zile moments tena naenda kuchukua kulike video, acha Mungu akutetee na akupiganie siku ya leo. So guys, ningeomba radhi, siko karibu na mahali ambapo nafanyia kazi yangu, but lazima nikuletee nini kinachemka. Unaona, what matters ni message watu wangu. Kwa hivyo let us listen without wasting time. Wacha tuanze na pale kwenye parliament, jinsi ambavyo mambo yamechemuka up to imefikia mahali ambapo watu kama kina Junet wamejam. Hawaoni kama ni sawa kuendelea kukosoa serikali ya William Samoei Arap Ruto. Sikiza mambo.
Mr. Speaker, what kind of media is that? Where is the Media Council of Kenya that's supposed to regulate the media? Where is, if people are aggrieved on what media is doing, where do you complain to, Mr. Speaker? And there are no apologies. They will move on. They can write anything today, tomorrow they will write another one, Mr. Speaker, and nothing happens. Secondly, Mr. Speaker, but the main issue I wanted to bring to the attention of the House, Mr. Speaker, the Auditor General reports to the National Assembly in terms of expenditure of government, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I have been a member of the Public Accounts Committee in the last two parliaments. Auditing of government expenditure did not start today or yesterday, Mr. Speaker. There's a procedure that is followed whenever auditing is done, Mr. Speaker. And the law is very clear. I want to bring to the attention of the House that Article 226 of the Constitution, as read with the Public Audit Act 412B, Mr. Speaker, provides for the procedure of auditing, Mr. Speaker, which requires that the Auditor General engages the public servants who are in the public offices, audits them, and reports to Parliament. Parliament is now supposed to verify whether the audit report is correct or not correct. Until that is done, Mr. Speaker, and a report is tabled before the Assembly of the House, before the plenary of the House, Mr. Speaker, that audit is not confirmed, Mr. Speaker. Those issues raised in that audit report. You will see now the Auditor General reports on a matter before it is verified, before it is certified. It is all over the country saying that so-and-so has stolen this, so-and-so has, this kind of money has been lost, and to the extent of inviting the Auditor General to appear before you, and she confirms that this is what she has found. But she has not told that committee that the matter has not yet been verified by the Committee of the House, Mr. Speaker, because the Committee of the House is the arbiter on that matter. The public servant who has been accused of malpractice and the Auditor General, who is the prosecutor, appear before the Committee of the House. If they want to build a dam, he must go to the Controller of Budget and ask her, can I build this dam or not? Then there is a lot of corruption. The other day, the Controller of Budget reported that the government, the national government, spent 1.3 trillion manually without passing through our office, Mr. Speaker. And he said that money was supposed to be spent electronically. Mr. Speaker, who is this mad person who knows that Parliament is going to audit them, Parliament is going to hold them accountable, and you can spend public funds which are not budgeted for?
You are given resources that you are, to use for the welfare of the people. You take it all to yourself. Now you begin speaking a language, and some people think that some of us didn't go to school. We can't even understand the English they are talking about. They are using. The truth of the matter is, what is ailing this country and many, many African countries is corruption. The moment you deal with the corruption, we will have no problem. If I were to be given the privilege to govern this country, I'll get everybody to obey the law. The moment you have everybody obeying the law, everything will fall into place. And that's the only problem we have. The moment you get everybody obeying the law, the question of money not going through the consolidated fund will end. The moment of diverting funds from a given project to another will end, and the country will run smoothly. We don't have infinite resources. The resources are there, they are limited. But if a government is saying, look, I have 10 million shillings here, I've used this here, I've used this here, I've used this here, give me more. You will give the government more money. When you are transparent and